Alrighty guys, in this video tutorial we have our Soma pieces already complete. So I have Soma pieces. These are 3D printed. You have made your own in paper, so you've made your own paper models. And you should have 7, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Soma puzzle pieces. And what we're going to learn is how to draw them in something called a multi-view sketch. So you'll need the multi-view sketch paper, which looks like this. It has isometric in the top right corner and then grids on the left and bottom. Okay. And you'll see the name, title, and date. So you'll also need a ruler and a pencil and one of your pieces. Let's start off by doing this piece here. Okay, so let's just examine the part. Okay, and let's decide what is the best front view. So if you said that this is the best front view, you're correct. So let's start by drawing the front view of this piece on the bottom left. So with all technical drawings that are multi-view, let's move this up. From the bottom corner, let's go over 3 and up 3 to this point, and very, very lightly with your pencil, put that out of the way, sketch a construction line. Very, very light. You should barely see it. And then go up vertically. Very, very light. Okay, so that is going to align our bottoms and our sides. So if this is the front view, we see a cube right here. We're gonna make this a 2:1 scale. So this cube right here is going to be 2 units on the grid. Same here. So we have, let's say, if I were to draw on this, let me use a marker. Okay, do you see that? If I were to just outline all of the edges, you can see what the drawing might look like just by imagining this. So my drawing in the bottom left, the front view, is just going to be 3 cubes in this configuration. Let me put this stuff away. Okay. So if this is 2 cubes, that means it's going to be 4 on the bottom line. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to draw a nice object line, so that's a thick line. I'm going to go up 2 for that side here. And we're going to go up 4 on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are going to be like very small drawings because we picked a small scale. Alright, now I drew that line there just to show you that there's a cube here and a cube here, but in reality we don't see that line. Okay, what we would see is this surface on the drawing as a hidden line. So imagine being Superman, being able to look through parts. You'd be able to see that surface, but that surface is represented as a hidden line, and a hidden line is just dashed, this dashed line like that. Okay, so then we will draw our top. So that means that we take this part and we spin it up like that. So that's our top view. So again, we're going to go up about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 away from this part. And this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 4 because there's 2 cubes here. The width of this should be the same, so if I lined it up here and just drew a construction line, I can see that the width is the same. It's 4. We're going to draw a solid object line here, object line here. So I'm just drawing the edges. You can see how this is going to end up being. In the top view of this particular part, there's no hidden lines, okay, because there's nothing back here to see. So it will look just like that. That's the top. So this is the front with that hidden line. So this is the front with this surface, and top, front, and now we're going to spin it to the right side, which is like that. And we're going to draw that 5 over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what I can do is just using the lines from the front view, just draw construction lines all the way across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this one's 2. I'll leave that over here so you can see the comparison. It's going to go over 4 and up 4. And drew past that line. This one's going to be, yeah, there we go. Let me erase this line. Okay, so the bottoms are aligned, the top is aligned, and then this surface is right here. Okay, do you see that? Okay. On multi-view drawings, we don't shade the front, top, and side, but we can label them. Front, side, top. And then we will draw the isometric. It might be easier to start off with the isometric. Okay, so with the isometric, we're going to draw, it's going to look like that. If you put it in front of you, so you can see the 3 sides, that's super helpful. And then you can quickly sketch the top. Some of you will just outline this really quickly, which is fine, and then redo it with your ruler. Just always keep in mind you should be using your ruler. So what I'm doing is just quickly sketching out what it's going to look like. And then with the ruler, I erase my very bad lines. That was just so I can see how it might look like. And I'll draw the isometric with the ruler. It's okay to let your pencil tip get dull for object lines, because then you'll get nice lines like the one I just drew now. Get nice, dark, thick lines. Okay, and then what we're going to do is I want to make sure we understand everything that's happening in this drawing. Let me just shade the sides real quick. Okay, So if I labeled this surface A, where is A on the front, top, and side? So on the top, this would be A. On the front, I need to use an arrow to point to it, and same for the side. If I were to label this B, the surface B, B is right here. I need to point to it in the front view. And B is right here in the top view, B. If I were to label this C, that's C in the top view, it is this surface in the front view and this surface in the side view. If I were to label this D, this is D here, and D here. Okay? So what you're going to end up with is 7 drawings. We're going to call them Soma. Put your name, the date. You'll have so you'll use all of your paper models of your Soma cubes. So this cube right here, this piece, and this piece are very, very similar, except they're spun around in a different way. They're not the same shape. Your drawing might look very similar, but this might be the front view. Okay? And you'll have to be careful with your hidden line. So you'll draw the multi-view drawing for each one of your pieces, and then you'll staple all 7 drawings together. Okay, so let's look at this piece right here. Let me move this out of the way. So this would be the front, this would be the top, and this would be the side. What about this piece? This is the front, that's the top, front again, side, front, top, side, front, top, side. Did we just do this one? No, this is the other one. Front, top, front again, side, front, top, front, side. Okay? So using what I just showed you, make your multi-view drawings of each Soma piece. Be sure to make like 100% all the way through. Make sure that the bottoms are lined up, the sides are lined up, it's the same width. So if I went over to your paper, right, and I looked at it, and I did this, let's say I came over, I looked at your paper, and I went to the side. If I drew a line, those should touch. If I drew a line on the bottoms, that should touch. Same with the tops, or the the height. They should touch. See that? And the width. See that? Okay, they should all line up, so that they should be aligned. If this piece on this side is up by 1, that's wrong. I'm going to scratch it out. You're going to have to start over. I won't accept incorrect multi-view drawings, because if you were actually making technical drawings for a manufacturer or an engineering company and you did a mistake like that, you would probably get fired or written up. That's a very basic thing that you need to learn and know and be able to do 100% of the time, every time. So get started on making your multi-view drawings for all 7 pieces of your Soma cube.